It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm really excited to get into this beer because it's another interesting beer. Well, it looks interesting, from Timothy Taylor's Brewery. Now, I've drunk lots of Landlord in the past, Bolt Maker. I had a pale ale from them, but this is their kind of brewers series of beers where they let the head brewer off the leash. They let him experiment and play around with malts and hops, and it's not the same old Bolt Maker being made, or it's not the same old Landlord being made day in, day out, week in, week out, month after month, because that must really kind of, it mustn't be, of course, brewing's exciting, but to do the same thing over and over again can't be really that exciting. So to let them off the leash, to let the brewers off the leash, this is Cook Lane IPA, described as a bold, hoppy and aromatic beer at 5.8% ABV. It's in a 330 milliliter bottle. It's a dark brown bottle with a black bottle cap. Yeah, let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. More of a calm beer, this one. Give it a bit of a rigorous pour. We got slow moving carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. It's a hazy amber coloured ale with a very thin white head on it. You can see as I roll the beer around, there is carbonation there. It's recreating that head somewhat. And as you rock the beer back and forth, you can see that carbonation chasing the head of the glass. It actually looks like a decent beer. Let's get the aroma on this one. Wow, that's punchy. That is punchy, full of orange zest, this one. Really citrusy and grapefruity. Lemon. Maybe a touch of lime in there. Peppery, spicy. You can almost smell that bitter finish on it. A little bit of sweet malt on the aroma too. It smells good, this one. A nicely kind of balanced beer I'm picking up in the aroma. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. Incredibly zesty. A nice drinkability to it. It's refreshing for that 5.8% ABV, but at the same time, there is a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a creamy, rich mouthfeel, but there's definitely a malty kind of mouthfeel in there where it's 5.8% ABV. You are going to have more of a body to the beer, more of a depth to the beer. That's certainly what you're getting. You start off with that malt flavour, and then there's a lovely kind of lemon, lime, but then lots of orange and orange peel in the middle. Bitterness on the back end, peppery and spicy, so nicely balanced between that sweet malt over there and the bitter finish over here. It's a decent one. It's a decent one, it really is. Now I've drank some of the beer, I'm able to, that's the body I was talking about just then. Can you see that kind of, well, certainly you can see the carbonation, you can see that head recreating in the glass. You can see that kind of creamy, rich body in there, that malty body. And now I'm able to wash it round in the glass. You really can get a fantastic pungent, zesty aroma. This has been brewed with New World craft beer in mind. This has been brewed by a brewer who's very passionate about what he does, I imagine. I think his name's on the back of the bottle. Andy Jennen, I think his name is. I can't work out the surname, but I'm going to call him Andy for now. So Andy, the head brewer of Timothy Taylor's, I can imagine him kind of travelling, doing some research in America, trying some of the New World beers from probably Cloudwater and Verdant, seeing what they're doing, and then really coming up with one of his own creations of traveling the world, trying different beers. Because whenever you speak to a head brewer, I know the head brewer of Green King, and he's travelled around and he's tasted different beers from all around the world. And who else was it? There was another brewer recently. That Swindon Brewery with all the old timber workings going on, the old timber brew house. The name has slipped me by for the moment, but anyway, he had done a lot of travelling in Germany, and he was kind of like influenced by German themed beers. So I imagine, you don't become a head brewer without knowing a lot about beer, without having a lot of kind of experience and research. That brewery is right on the tip of my tongue. But it's a decent beer. Nice and zesty in the middle, nice and spicy and peppery. Cook Lane is named after the site of Timothy Taylor's original brewery, where he started in 1858. Cook Lane in Keighley, before moving to the current Knoll Springs site in 1862. So within 4 years, that brewery was doing really well to be able to move brewery sites. 5 Heriot Watt trained brewers, there we go, have been experimenting behind the scenes to bring you these exciting new special edition brews. They are tailor-made by our head brewer. A modern style IPA with pronounced hop character and a tropical fruit aroma, delicate flavours of pineapple, mango and lime alongside toasty malt notes. The hops are English grown Goldings, Cascade and Chinook. The malts are pale, Munich, rye and oat, and it says served between 11 and 13 degrees. Well, I'm drinking it colder than that. I'm out of my January cold conservatory again with the back door open, and it's been sitting out here all night. I imagine I'm drinking the beer at about 6 or 7 degrees, which is nice for me. I like my beer at that sort of temperature. So the beer, I want to say a quick thank you to Bingley Brew Club. Thank you very much to Bingley Brew Club for kindly sending me the beer. Bingley Brew Club have 2 different subscription services, one lower, one higher. You can go on their website, you can order beers from them. It's all from Yorkshire, it's all Yorkshire brewed beer, and you get a Yorkshire snack as well. So check out Bingley Brew Club. I'm ready to rate this. The more I drink it, the more I like it. There's a lot of depth, there's a lot of boldness to it. You can tell the brewers have been let off the leash here to do what they please. Yeah, I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. It's very good. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.